Alright, welcome back. Now we landed on Apple. Alright, all this looks a bit confusing, so let's just get rid of it and start over. Alright, let's jump out to a daily here. We'll get rid of some drawings, remove. Yes, clear that old drawing set right up. Alright. Now it looks like our TTM LRC seems to be keeping right in line. Alright. And we are getting some interesting signals throughout here too. So let's go and check out this 4-hour time frame here and see if we can find anything. Let's see. Zoom out just a little. Almost seems like I see a channel going right up through there, don't we? Yeah, we do. Alright. Kind of jumped up a channel here, then jumped down a channel. Okay. I see, and those channels were probably created off of these, some of these highs here. And that's interesting. Alright. And, well, I mean, Apple is coming back down a little bit. Like I might have said before, it was slightly abnormally high there for a little bit. Alright. Now, let's pull up a watch list here. Let's see where that is. And we'll see what we can take a look at. And we'll go all the way up here, and we'll start from the bottom, or from the top, right when we found triple Q, and Usfd, and Ntnxcck, and they were added to this Arun 150. Seems like they're starting to go bullish. This is registered bullish. This is making another turnaround too on a longer time frame. Okay, weekly time frame. Okay, Dollar General, BBY. So many of these are starting to create signals. Alright. So really what I'm doing is there's no way I can, go through and look at all of these. It gives me pages of data. It's just not... So what I'll do is I'll just kind of glance at them, kind of become familiar with it. Then we'll get rid of it. Alright. We'll pull a few off of the top. And then we'll pull out our watch lists here. And so we'll continue to watch our watch lists until we find something that's really moving. Now this Momo LBR, that's a really nifty scan here. And we've got, NRXP, looks like Snap. Is that, Snap-on or some other kind of snap, like Snapple? Looks like SCKT. That was a last week mover. Okay, well, it's sitting right here on this bottom, so it is nearly ready for another big move up. Ooh la la. And, I mean, that trend is pretty high. I mean, because it looks like even this... Yeah, I mean, check that out. Where it hit, and this trend was created, that's where that high topped out at. So we can even look for it to reach and come up and smack that again before it gets rejected, okay? And that will probably create that lower shoulder. And you can see we're getting this upward signal here, all right? So let's pay attention to Socket Mobile. That's a good watcher. Very good Momo watch list. DISA one, not so much, but yeah, downward actions. So it may still be on the watch list, and it could continue to climb. And Apple, of course, even though we are getting a sell signal here. And A-Core. Let's see what we're all about. A-Core again. I see we bottomed out. Nice, nice. But I don't like how big this market maker move is. That just seems way unfair. All right. You know, that... and XBIO, excellent. So even that looks like a nice little popper. You know, not anything that I would consider on the long term. Looks it's ready for a, you know, say, first hour breakout. So that's why we might search around on our 1 hour time chart first, okay? Or even lesser time frames. But the 1 hour is usually a good spot to start. You know, work your way in if you find something of more interest. See this 15-minute, okay? This doesn't look so great. Looks like if this doesn't reverse trend, then, yeah. But if we hold trend, you know, and hold our support going through here, and we chart out some of these slopes, see how accurate they are. That one nearly touched the top. Okay. Let's see if we can chart out another one here. Looks like this might be one we can get. Let's chart that one out going through there. Extend that right on. And this huge Geronimus slope. Okay. Let's shoot that up to the moon there. There we go. All right. Cool. And you can see, you know, where it breaks its support and resistance is at. Though it is giving many upward signals. Okay. So XBIO is one I would watch too. Alright, and let's see. We can go Zigzag, our YouTube example daily. Now, if these are all in the dumps here to start out with, and they should come up. I mean, if these are already green, looks like Toughen Software. They've been doing really well. Many little software companies, okay, but we'll be watching multiple watch lists. Here we go. That didn't quite strike it, but well, yes, it did. I mean, that angle works. Okay, now let's try this one here. Maybe not so great, but maybe that's better for... Yeah, it seems more like a lower channel there. There we go. That looks better. Alright, we'll try not to make too many marks on the screen. Let's try to keep it fairly simple here. Alright, but this looks like there's plenty of things moving there. Alright. And let's check our Ellers. Which is also kind of based on momentum, I suppose. Alright. These always end up with way too many on them. And that wasn't too bad. I like that. So we'll have to go through and check all of these out on a weekly time frame, and then see when we can get in, you know, on a good price. Let's see here. And I don't know if that one will work quite yet. I may need to have a daily scan. Okay. And some of these, oh, very good. Excellent. Here's Tilray hitting a bottom. Now, we're looking for a 52-week low, okay? At least, or a low on the daily. And we're also looking for it to have 3 particular moves on a MTF Arun setup. Okay. And CSOD. But these are all red right now. SOS, plug, TIGR, IPA. Okay, so we'll keep watching IPA. It had fun last week. Oh, what fun. There we go. Yeah, that works. And that is, oh, I see you hiding right there. Look at that. That right there created that support all the way across. How about that? Tag, you're it. All right. So we can look here on Tilray that we'll probably see a pop up to this line here. If not, a pop and then a little drop below and then a pop back up. Then it might even work its way back up to this line before it gets smacked back down into some, some squeeze. Because look at this Tilray market, maker move here. This is big. All right. That's a big piece of control. I don't like it. I personally would not trade that. But, I mean, I have things I look for. Other people have things they look for. I mean, just right now with how wide that is, I wouldn't trade it. Given when there's other, moves that are quite tighter. Let's see how this one looks. See, that's extra wide there, too. Yeah, that's really low. That's interesting. Why is there no one there? What's going on here? Cornerstone on demand. They're really trying to hold it back there. Okay. Futu. But finding wider than normal or abnormal bid-ask spreads. Let's see here. Let's see. And we see some interesting things in here too. And the market sentiment, we want to see some of that, don't we? And let's check the money flow in on the daily. All right. Excellent. Oh, I like it. Now, if we see money flowing in on the daily, that's good. The money flow index. Yes, this was one of last week's movers. Although, that might be a bit bothersome. And it's showing off some proper signals, though. Oh. Okay. MDGS. It's kind of sitting right on the line here, too, isn't it? TLSA. It's kind of reached down for a bit of a hammer right there, hasn't it? Excellent on the bottom line. So in a, let's say ideal healthy market, it might start to trend up, this upcoming week. Okay, what do we got? Cosmos Energy. I don't really like the way that looks, but maybe your 1 hour time chart's better. Kind of seems like the move's already happened. Yeah. I'd probably figure these, money flowing in, probably on the short side. Okay. So we can look at longs for these. So these have showed up on a couple of our lists. Yeah, we'll target some of those. Those are ones that we'll keep watching. All right. Interesting. The accumulation swing index, and yet this one hasn't popped up on any of the others. Where were you? Let's see, we get this big push down. Let's start reading volume, 14,000. And then it goes, 17, boom, 1 million. So we really want to watch when our volume changes so drastically. Although this big giant doji doesn't surprise me very much, but it kind of makes me think when they doji like this, that they're, you see how this big doji is the size of this market maker move? That's them getting control so they can move it up and down at their will, and you're still within their spread, okay? So, I don't know. That's kind of yucky to me, too. I don't really like that either. I mean, if it moves, but it's not something I would stay in, given the particular looks. It's got a downward trending yeah. Anyway, it's just downward trending. I don't really like it, and the market maker move here is a bit wide, 20%. Yes, but that LRC doesn't look great. All right. Now Dash looks a lot better. I mean, it looks like it's due for a pullback. Looks like it might settle in somewhere around the middle of the, LRC here. Then it'll take off. Once again. And then it might even come down to touch the bottom here, but even so, that looks a lot better. Okay, I'm not even going to look at that. Yeah, I mean, it is trending up, but yeah, awful lot of levels through here. I mean, if anything, I wouldn't expect anything big going on here either. Maybe long term, but all right. Let's check some of those Bollinger Band midlines. These are going to be things that, have just moved above the Bollinger Band midline. Probably on the daily. Okay, VTNR. Looks like they might pop back up here to finish out maybe a triple crown, possibly. Yeah, triple top. Alright, we got overstock on here. Awesome. And let's see. Acor's back. Car. Not really attracted to that one. Not really attracted to that either. This kind of entices me, actually. You know, nice upwards trend on the day. Let's check the week here. You know, it's been rocking for a long time. I mean, check it out there. And I wouldn't, be ashamed of it if it pulled back into this area. Or let's just say this area where the market maker has his move at. So that is probably where I would consider my orders at, down around here somewhere. You're looking for a deal. So even if it trades sideways into here like this, he's got control all the way through here up to this price. So, I'd probably stay away from that too. With earnings coming up, we could see big pushback. Let's see what LSB is. Or LSB Industries is LXU. Yeah, that doesn't look terrible. That actually looks reasonably fair. I don't necessarily hate that. Yeah. I mean, actually, I'm going to write it down. I don't hate it enough to where I'll write it down. So, trending down on the day, though, and it's way overextended. I see why. All right. You might see that first hour breakout. I cannot be sure. I must entertain you. All right. Are you entertained? All right. Let's see what else is on our list here, and we will sign out for the night. All right. Let's see what's on our moving scalpers with some super sentiment. All right. Body. I knew body was going to show up. Yeah. Beachbody has been all over. And, I mean, they have been playing their commercials nonstop, so I can't, but when they're playing the commercials nonstop, I mean, you got to know people have already been in by then. But, I mean, yes. Like, there are some cues you can pick up on in the news, television, things like that. Okay. So, Atos, AXL, body, pay A. Let's see, I think I already looked at pay A and didn't really like it. Let's see, RLGY, Fubo, MT, CHRS, MLHR, CYCN. Let's see, SBH, I don't know them. FUV. Let's see, Playboy. I don't know what Vary is, or Frey, or you. Let's see, what's a Frey? Frey battery? Oh, Frey battery might be important if they're lithium. Okay, that might be one to get into. Buy the helium stocks too, I guess. If there's a shortage on helium. Yeah. Have to buy Let's see, Magnite. Okay. Don't know what they do. 10B, they have been floating around all of my watch lists. They won't go away, but look at this huge market maker move here. It's a mite wide. Yeah. Interesting. Alright, now let's go check out AMC and see if they still have a huge control. Oh, how about that? Watch it pop up and be way bigger than the time chart. It's so big it's out of the screen, we can't see it. Huh. Interesting. Wonder why that study wouldn't work here when I know it would be valid. Tisk. Alright, let's see. It is sitting on the bottom of an LRC with a green Heikin-Ashi on a 4-hour time chart. I mean, that's a very good sign. Let's check the daily. The daily, it's pulling back, but it still has room to go up. And for this whole thing to pivot and change direction, I mean, it nearly could if we get this bounce upwards. Then it might be able to correct a channel. Let's zoom out and see if that's even possible. Yeah, I think it's entirely possible. Yeah, I think this thing could switch and start pointing up. Because if we see it on the weekly here, look at it. It's way shooting up. All right, so the only bounce down left here is into this $20 level where I might have had some predictions set and also some alerts. And when it does hit this level, we'll be looking for this particular trend line to take place. All right. You know, nothing drastic, but I put it there for when it happens. All right. Now, what's else on our list? We can get off of AMC. People don't like it when we look at that. All right, and we'll check this one out here. Let's see, which is Fulgent Genetics. And they look like they might actually be ready to make a nice move upwards, even though it is pointing to a sell signal. You can see how these short little jackknife sell signals have buy signals right afterwards. So this could be one of those. I wouldn't expect it to push much further down than this, given all of this doji action that it's been having. So let's hone in here on the daily and see. It's been flat for a while. It's probably time for something to start happening with it. Yeah. Looks like they're trying to clear market maker move up to at least here. Yeah, but when they've got it way outside of your means, yeah, I don't like that. All right, well, don't forget to subscribe. You know, come over, check out the Discord, you know, Facebook, Twitters, whatever. And I'll see you in the next video.